Good afternoon, this is Ryan Lewis with your 90.3 WESS News Brief for Thursday, September 26th. The time now is 2 o'clock. According to the Pocono Record, on Tuesday around 6:30 p.m. there was a car accident on Red Rock Road involving only one car. It was not certain about who was involved in the crash, although there were tweets being issued of suspicion that there were 3 football players from Pocono Mountain East involved in the crash. A witness who lived on the road said she saw a red car and a black car racing down the street. As the 2 cars passed her house, witness Catherine Fitzgerald was quoted on saying that the red car started to lose its tires on the corner coming from Chestnut Grove. Soon after, the red car hit a pillar and the passengers were taken to a nearby hospital. State police are still investigating. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, 2 off-duty police officers are credited with saving the life of a 9-year-old boy who collapsed during his baseball practice. The child's mother, Mickey Ramos, was quoted on saying, "They really don't think they did anything extraordinary, but they have no idea that my son wouldn't be here without them." Off-duty police officers John Callahan and John Pasquarello were the officers on hand during the near-tragic event. "At first I thought it was a seizure. He was very stiff and he had grass in his hand when I rolled him over," Callahan stated. The officers said that the child stopped breathing briefly as they started to perform CPR while the other coaches called 911. According to the New York Times, last week's Navy Yard shooting in Washington, D.C. was not a targeted attack on anyone. The investigating FBI said that the Navy Yard shooter had no specific targets while he went on the shooting rampage as he opened fire inside a building and killed 12 people. Valerie Parlev, head of the FBI's office in Washington, D.C., said during the news conference yesterday that the investigators are continuing to do background research and find the motivations of the 34-year-old gunman, Aaron Alexis. Prior research has led to investigations showing a well-documented history of mental health issues on Mr. Aaron Alexis. Parlev had reported that Alexis had held a delusional belief that extremely low-frequency waves, also known as ELF waves, were controlling him. On the shotgun he used in the rampage, Alexis wrote "My ELF weapon" on it and was discovered after he was killed in a shootout with police officers. According to CNN.com, United Nations inspectors have gone back to Syria yesterday to further investigate about half a dozen claims of the operation of chemical weapons. This team has confirmed the use of chemical weapons near Damascus on the 21st of August. U.S. officials have estimated over 14,000 people died following that attack. The team looks to figure out if other chemical weapons were used in the city of Khan al-Assal in March, which left 25 people dead and more than 110 others injured. Inspectors are not looking into who was responsible, but will only determine whether chemical weapons were actually used. In sports, according to the Los Angeles Times, just days before the NBA season starts off, Kevin Durant calls out Dwayne Wade by saying that Durant's ex-teammate and now Houston Rocket James Harden should replace Wade in the NBA's top 10 players list. Wade responded with a picture on Instagram that reads, 9/24/13, Kevin Durant said James Harden should replace me in the top 10. Note to self, make him respect my place in history again. Tonight, the San Francisco 49ers travel to St. Louis to take on the Sam Bradford and the Rams as the Niners look to snap a 2-game losing streak and defeat the Rams on their home turf. According to the Los Angeles Times, the new, highly anticipated TV show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., drew an estimated 12 million viewers in its first episode on Tuesday night. For everyone watching the TV during prime time on Tuesday night, it was a toss-up between watching the new series and the season premiere of The Voice. Although the viewing dropped within the second half hour of the series' debut, the ratings still kept a solid number, which indicates that the show was going to have a very successful television career. The ESU's women's soccer team was handed its second loss Tuesday afternoon after a hard-fought battle with the reigning regional champion Westchester University on a 1-0 outcome. The team looks to bounce back on Wednesday, October 2nd, with a home game against Clarion University. Tomorrow night there will be DJ music and Dansbury Commons during late-night hours, and on Saturday in Hemlock Suites there will be gift card bingo at 10 o'clock p.m. in the lounge. Weather brought to you by the Weather Channel. Today is a high of 69 degrees and a low of 45. And traffic brought to you by Google Maps. Traffic is moving fast on the east and westbound sides of Route 80, with some slow patches on 611 around the Strasburg and Bartonsville area. This has been Ryan Lewis with your 90.3 WESS News Brief, and now back to the BBC.